fire signs, it's Arhinna. I hope you guys are doing well and everyone is having a great month so far. I apologize about my voice. I'm still struggling. I've actually made fire signs video 4 or 5 times now. I hope that you actually get this one. Every time I'm making your video, I just get like a coughing spell and it ruins the entire video. So I am hoping that this makes it to you. So welcome. Thank you for all the supports, the shares, and the likes. I truly appreciate it. And just thank you very much for being such good friends. I really appreciate it. So without further ado, I want to start off with a disclaimer. If you are offended with language or do not have an affinity for certain words known as curse words, then this may not be the channel for you. So you might want to change it up or check out another channel. Thank you for giving me an opportunity though. So please spare me the comments of telling me to change my language, because I don't mean to sound a bit rude or anything, but there are a lot of readers who don't read like me, and they might suit you better. So feel free to change the channel. I really appreciate you giving me an opportunity though. So for those of you who don't mind my language, I'm going to go ahead and carry on. This week we have something different in front of us. I have the spider, and the spider is our energy for the week. That's our medicine, our animal medicine. So a little story about why I have this spider card up is I was playing with my daughter and saw these baby Einstein cards in her room and was like, this would be pretty interesting to use in one of my reads. And I like the pictures, and so I pull these cards. I don't shuffle them. I have to lay them out and like do it old school shuffling, like before you could shuffle, because my hands are too little to shuffle these cards. And then I close my eyes, I pray, and I pick our card. And this week we have the spider. So everybody, welcome. Let's jump into it and learn about the spider. So if you look at a spider, it's shaped like the number 8. Okay, and has 8 legs. This is a symbol of infinite possibilities in creation, okay? The 8 legs represent the 4 winds of change. The spider is known for rebirth, death, resourcefulness, infinity, and being very cunning, patient mainly. And so I research these animals, guys. Don't think that I just sit here and know these things. Like, I actually have to research these things because I'm like, what does this mean? So I'm sure you might have some meanings also, and please feel free to share what the spider means to you, okay? This is feminine energy, creativity, patience, because they have to wait on their little prey, to come into their weaved web. The weaver of life's fate. And then this is an aspect I want us to kind of look at. It mentioned the shadow self, the aspect of your life that may need to be dealt with. Focus on the areas of your life that cause an unease or a fear, because most people, when they think of the spider, get very afraid. But it's some spiders don't even bite. So it's kind of interesting to know why people are very afraid of spiders. And so it's telling you to look at the parts of yourself that you might be afraid of yourself, okay? This is to gain perspective and to embrace your past and your future. This is also going to make you think about strength through gentleness, okay? And thank you for bearing with me, guys. If I stop a lot this time, it is just because having quite a few issues with breathing, and I don't want to sound like I'm hacking my lungs out on you guys anymore. So bear with me. Okay, so we have the caribs up here also. These are our ancestors, guys. And this is the carib of enlightenment, the carib of action. The wands is all about the action. Cups, all about love and purification. And the earth, the earth sign, disc. This is bringing things to manifestation here on the earthly realm. Okay, so as we go through this read, I'd like for you to think about the area of your life where you're going through a rough time, okay? That's the name of the spread for this week, is going through a rough time, okay? And we're going to use our carobs to help us, and also harnessing the energy of the spider. Pick the parts of the spider that most resonate with you. When you think about a tough time in your life, I want you to apply it to whatever situation you're going through, whether it be work, relationship, however you see fit. The way these reads work is I'll give you as much information about the card that I can get. Some may just be the story of the card and then the meaning of the card. As we move along together, you're going to weave your story together, okay? That's the way that I read for people who are new to my channel. And this isn't for me to predict your future, but for you to start using divinatory tools yourself. I want you to be able to see the cards eventually and catch your own meaning to it and develop your own sense of being as a connection to the card. So let's see what the Babylonian Tarot has for us. And these are by Sandra, Tabatha, Cicero. That is all it wants to go. Okay, guys, I really hope you get this read. I'm so tired of making them. Okay, also, there's another disclaimer, guys. This is a general read. This is not going to be like very personalized. This is very broad and general. So apply. Okay? So what can change? Because, you know, we're going through a rough time. What can change? The Prince of Discs. Oh, boo-boo. Why? How to do it? We got to get some help. Six of Disc. Okay. What don't I have power over? This is like similar to your life lesson. There needs to be healing. And then this is, what aspect of myself is this life lesson changing? Oh, wow. Okay. 8 of Cups. We get some light. That's better, I think. Let me see. There we go. All right, and what will I have learned when this lesson is over? Oh, how beautiful. Okay. I think there was a reason why I had all these coughing spells and why it didn't come out. I pray that this one makes it to you. And the 4 of Wands is the overall energy. Okay, so let's jump into this read. Basically, what can change is the way that something is moving. So the Prince of Disc is very slow-moving energy. And I was talking with a friend the other day who reads tarot cards also. And she was telling me something about the Prince of Disc that came up in one of my reads. And she was like, you know, he is the only prince that does not have, or the only knight that does not have a weapon. And I thought, wow, that's really quite interesting. So he is the most calmest and slowest energy you will find, and least aggressive, okay? Which is very different for us fire signs, because we're like all about the fire. We're, I don't know, ready to make it happen or whatever. So this is Samukwan, okay? And he is over the fertility of all the plants and all the animals. And you'll take note right here that we have this cheetah just chilling, hanging out with Samukwan, knowing there's antelopes in the back, and he just isn't getting up. And he only has one measly little flower. But I think this is where perception has to change a little bit. And this is where patience comes in with the spider. You may have a situation that seems that it's taking a long time to manifest. However, the message of this card is to rest and to relax. And this is an energy that is slow but steady, unstoppable and patient force with fertility and productivity. So if this is a situation you're in, it might be moving quite slow. Just know that it's moving with a purpose, okay? Now, if this is a person you're dealing with, this person is very hardworking, reliable, and patient. They don't complain much. Very traditional, slow to anger. But good Lord, I bet you if you got them furious, they'd go crazy. Just think about a cheetah, okay? And basically this is, and they probably really love animals too. Just the very earthly energy, okay? So this is what can change. So just because it's a situation that's moving quite slowly does not mean that it's always going to move slowly. All right? How to do it, how to kind of speed up this process is maybe help out a little bit with the Six of Disc energy. Hello. So we have this Taurus-like energy. And it's offering assistance. And this is, I think, the Ugola. I always say it wrong. But in this card, he is like a deity. And he's giving the cow, not the cow, this sacred bull. Give me a second. This is Lahuma. And they were buried in the foundations of buildings to guard against illness and evil demons, okay? So, and this is the bull, and he's helping him. This is about assistance. So it's like you're going to get your success, but it's not going to be as fast as you want it to. Because I know I'm very impatient. I don't know about you. I'm a Leo, and I want what I want when I want it, damn it. And I'm not going to wait. And that's a lot of the problem for me. I get myself into a lot of trouble with that way. So this is about success and gain in your material undertakings, your business being prosperous, your problems will be solved, your hopes are fulfilled, and you're able to share good fortune with others, okay? And giving your gifts and you're being generous, but you're not giving away too much. Sometimes we end up giving more than what we should, and then we become bitter about it. Or we are like, oh, well, this should have happened and that should have happened. Well, maybe we should have just gave from our heart, okay? So maybe assisting in this situation and helping out this Prince of Disc energy to move a little faster or to get the job done would make things a lot easier for you. So what don't you have the power over? This is your life lesson, okay? For some of you guys that are going through a breakup, this is going to be a little bit rough, okay? What I'm about to say. Please don't take it like I'm being a jerk. It's just the meaning of this card, okay? For some of you guys, the relationship has ran its course, and the experience should have taught you your lesson. Don't be completely distraught or just so overwhelmed by sadness that you can't move on. Because basically this relationship was not for you. It's just time to kind of sit back and heal, and now you can see what you want and what you don't want. Don't worry that plans will be canceled and changed, but look deep inside yourself for those personal truths. And I think this goes right back to that spider energy of being resourceful, being patient and waiting for your prey. And maybe not so much waiting for your prey, but waiting for your right partner. A lot of times people rush into relationships because there's this fear of being alone. Being alone is okay. It's what you do when you're alone. If you find yourself always looking for more and looking for happiness in other people, that defeats the point of the relationship. The relationship is about two people coming together to have, to combine their energies, not for one to give more than the other to fulfill the other, okay? So we have this slow-moving energy that needs assistance, and what we can't change and we don't have power over, it's our life lesson, was either to realize what we really want in life, to let our hearts heal, or that we should have dealt with an issue because it's going to come back to bite us in the booty, okay? When this card is reversed, there's some more obstacles that we got to face. It's like they say storms are brewing. A storm is brewing. I watched this old Care Bear movie, and that's the way they talk, sorry. So strength is really needed, guys. Strength is going to be needed, and we can't keep running away from the same problem. And there we are, trying to swim away now, because this is Gula, and she's Nina Dura's wife, actually, which is the King of Discs' wife. And she is just the life giver, and she's a healer. And the thing is, we're not listening to the healing spirit. We're not. We're going the total opposite. So the aspect of ourselves and the life lesson that it's changing, because this is what we don't have power over, but this is what we're going to change. we're neglecting some part of ourselves, some part of our innermost desires. We're just not connecting with. We don't want to see it. Okay? So 8 of Cups, I always get different interpretations for 8 of Cups, when I watch other people's stuff. And I love to listen to other people's interpretations of cards, because I find it quite interesting how different pictures elicit different feelings. The story in this card is Gilgamesh, and he is going on search for this plant, which is up on land right there, right? That gives eternal life, because he lost his best friend. This is like the heartbreak, and then he loses his best friend, and he's like, I'm going to live forever. I don't want to go through this again. But along the journey, he gets distracted, okay? And he goes for a swim, and it shows the 8 cups going down to the bottom because he's neglecting them. And then he sees the snake. Well, he doesn't see the snake, but the snake is attracted to the plant and carries it off and eats it. Gilgamesh neglects has resulted in the loss of that one chance of what he was going for this whole time. So it's kind of like, damn, dude, you went through all that, and you went all the way around the world, and you did all these things, and you were right there. You just had to reach over it and grab it, but you decided to go for a swim. And because of that, you lost out on it, and it just really sucks. So this is a sign of being disappointed or stuck. And like this happiness and security, they're just deliberately left behind. You had something good and you're just like, I want to see if there's something better. It's like a quest for growth. There's nothing wrong with stepping out of your comfort zone, but there's something with knowing to stay focused. So I feel like this is something that we have to learn is this is going to change. We have to stop neglecting what it is we want, our innermost desires. I feel like cups are emotions. Stop putting your emotions out to dry and follow your heart. Listen to your heart. Let your heart heal first and then move towards what it is. But you can't just keep going from relationship to relationship or job to job, hoping that it's going to fulfill you. Eventually, you have to look in the mirror and fulfill yourself, okay? I know this sounds a little harsh, but this is just, for example, okay? Going through a rough time is the name of this. This is, if your life is super perfect and you don't have no hard times going on, guess what, brah? This ain't for you. I'm just kidding. But there's a lot of times out there that people are going through rough times. And this is just a read specifically for that. If you're in a relationship and you feel that it's not moving in the way that it's supposed to move because you're so used to things going so fast and you haven't learned your lesson, and because you want things to move a certain way, you start neglecting what it is your heart desires, and you're going to miss out on something great. So in the end, okay, what will we have learned from our lesson when it's over? We learn strength. We learn courage. And that is such a fire sign right there, okay? We learn to conquer this lion, okay? Whatever it is, we are the lion, and we are just strong, and we are courageous, okay? And this is Gilgamesh. Remember, Gilgamesh is all sad over here, but now look at us. We focused on what it is that we wanted. We went and got it, and this is it. This is it. And this actual part where Gilgamesh is fighting the lion, listen to this part. When the people of Uruk pray for help, because Gilgamesh was a little bit of a jerk, okay? In this card, the strength card, he was being a jerk. And the people prayed to the goddess of Ruru, the empress, to create a champion for them. So she creates Enkidu, the wild man, which is the fool. And after fighting it out, however, Enkidu and Gilgamesh become friends, and they go off on many adventures together, including killing the monster of Humbaba, guardian of the cedar forest. I mean, they do like all kinds of things. And this is where Gilgamesh obtains a plant. Listen to this part. So Enkidu dreams of his own death, and he predicts his sickness, but he dies because they kill the bull of heaven, right? And then they smart off to Ishtar in the 5 of disc, and then bam, he dies. And then here we find eventually, okay, He fears for his own mortality, this is Gilgamesh, and embarks on a quest to learn for the secret of eternal life. Eventually, his wanderings lead him to find I'm just going to call Utanapsim. I'm probably saying it wrong. The survivor of the Great Flood. This is like Noah. The only human who was ever granted immortality by the gods, tells Gilgamesh where to find the plant that restores youth. So this is it, okay? And Gilgamesh obtains the plant, but then he loses it, squandering his only chance to gain eternal youth. So at the end of Gilgamesh's journey, he returns to the city of Uruk, which is the Three of Wands, okay? And for the first time, he really appreciates the city and the people in it. Guys, it's like we got everything we really need and desire. We just have to change our perspective. Maybe it's not going as quickly. Maybe it's not flourishing as fast, but we already have it, okay? So he accepts his own human mortality and is finally at peace with himself, becoming a responsible leader for his people. His legacy will live on through them and through the civilization he created. In his youth, this is when we were younger, guys, our arrogance, Gilgamesh was a mighty warrior who fought and vanquished many creatures. But the true strength lay in his ability to grow and learn. I'm getting a little emotional, so I think I struck a chord with myself. I don't know. There's a lot of fire signs, if not one or two, okay? I'm not going to try to make it too broad. But you're going through a situation and you think you know what you're supposed to be doing, but you haven't really fully gotten in touch with who you are. What you did in the past as a youth, or what you feel is going to work for you, isn't. You have to reassess your situation. You have to learn some patience, and you're going to have to pull your resources in order to make it through this hard situation that you're going through. Now I'm re-looking right over the energy of the spider. We are the weaver of life's fate. So this the shadow self that we don't want to see is that we're neglecting ourselves. We're not really jumping in and doing what we need to do. And therefore we're giving our power away to the snake. And the snake's going to eat it. He's going to eat what we want. So we got to reassess and we got to get our strength. And there we are. We beat the lion and we get our strength back. Okay? The interpretation of this card is strength and fortitude, harness force, passion under control, courage to take risk, and the ability to go through hardships. Guys, you might even make up with an old enemy, with a former enemy, your arch nemesis. Okay, I have to watch my words and my voices because it goes too deep now. However, what I see is that for some, you're gonna get like a peace offering, okay? It's going to help you. And you need to trust this person, because I have 2 6s right here. Trust your partner, trust this person, that they're trying the best that they can with what they got. But, you know, you might want more, but you just need to trust that they're doing the best. Don't neglect what it is you really want in life. Go get it. Don't stop. Just keep moving. And you will find your strength. And in the end, you celebrate with your friends and your family, your reward. For some, this is a family reunion. For others, this might be a small dinner celebration. And for some, this might be a marriage or a wedding. You might be waiting for this guy to propose, and you're like, holy moly, dude, are you ever gonna pop the damn question? Damn. Hey, he's getting some help. He's getting his courage up. And you're so focused on what happened in the past with his 6 of arrows, and you're unable to handle it, that you might swim away from what's really going to be great for you. But it's telling you to be patient, guys, and to work with that energy, okay? So let's see what the Native Spirit Oracle deck has for us. I hope that makes sense. And for some, if this is about work, I'm going to tell you, you better take your time and do your job. Ask for help if you need to, but if not, it's going to bite you in the ass and blow up in your face because you neglected to do the work that you needed to do, and you're going to have to pull a lot of strength out in order to be successful. However, you do pull it out, okay? The talking stick. Okay, talking stick. You know what? It's time to speak the truth, guys. It's time to speak from your heart. The talking stick is all about standing up and having a voice. Speak your truth. The soul loves the truth. Communicate from your heart and share your reality without hesitation. Be willing to stand before the crowd and share from your center. This isn't the time to be shy and hesitant. It's time to heal through communication. I really feel like that Six of Arrows reverse situation needs to be talked about. Whether it's with a friend, whether it's with the person who hurt you to reconcile it, or whether it's just to get it off of your chest, okay? You have the gift of a true leader through the way you communicate with others. Now is the time to take a risk and have the courage to speak with clarity. Be forthright. Share any unspoken darkness. That's that shadow side that lays heavy in the heart. There are times to hold back and be discerning, but this isn't one of them. Even if you're afraid, declare your truth for all to hear without fear of being rejected or misunderstood. There is somebody that has been holding back how they feel for a very long time. And they feel like someone has taken such advantage of them and they're just about ready to give up on themselves. But I'm telling you, don't give up. Like, speak from your heart and you're gonna see like something really change. And I don't know who you are, but it's like I can feel I feel your hesitation. Like when you're gonna say it, you get really, really scared and you go into your emotional self and you get stuck there. But you need to just speak up and tell this person how you really feel and then express it because they may be feeling the same exact way. Okay? So even if you're afraid, declare your truth for your all the heart, for your all to hear without fear of being rejected or misunderstood. When you do this, transformation and healing can occur. There are some of you guys that are really going through a hard time, fire signs, and you have been trying to put off this reconciliation for a long time. It's a really slow moving energy that you have. But it's time to lift your voice. It's time to celebrate. It's time to be celebrated, okay? One last card before I leave you. I apologize, guys. I'm a hot mess today. Like, Lord Jesus, coughing all through your videos and everything. Thank God y'all didn't see those. Okie dokie. We have Kinghan. I like to call this the greater than sign. I know that's not what it stands for. Kinghan is known as the torch. And it says, I hold the light, I raise the torch, and I emerge from darkness. I have the power to create or destroy. This is about illumination. This is about transformation. And this is about regeneration. Actually, you're going to harness this energy from the spider, guys. This is like the light bulb moment. Who turned the lights on, right? Like Nelly Furtado used to say, turn on the lights, turn on the lights. This helps us to view our circumstances with clarity. Embrace innovative ideas and new approaches, guys. If you're unclear about where you're supposed to go, Kinghan is going to give you the light. It's going to show you. And it involves sharing ideas with others. It's that communication that needs to happen. You know, and this is associated with the owl. So you need to harness that energy also. And here it comes. Okay, Mimi's going to go away. Use your wisdom, use your foresight, okay? And use your heart. This is just fire of creativity. If you are doing projects or working on something, Kinghan is the best thing for you. He's going to light your way. One thing I see a lot of is I see a lot of greens and blues up in here. This tells me it's a very emotional thing that you're dealing with, fire signs. I don't see our average, burning down the house stuff. But at the end, the overall energy, if we follow it and we don't neglect our heart and we are strong and courageous, we come out ahead. So that's your read, fire signs, for the week. I hope that you guys enjoyed it. Thank you for working with me with my voice like this. And I hope that next week we can meet again and that my voice will be better. So be open and loving and caring, okay? And don't be a jerk this week. All right? I give you great big hugs and high fives. And if you're interested in a personal read, please feel free to contact me at arianaluciano@gmail.com or on my Instagram at Ariana Luciano. You can get the information in the description box. Also, information about the $15 videos for the Mercury retrograde. You guys have a wonderful week and stay blessed.